You see, my gorgeous Taurus, at the beginning of the week, you are going to feel a really kind of inspired. You're going to feel such an optimistic energy. And I like this so much. And I'm saying that you're going to feel this optimistic energy and you're going to feel so inspired is because something is going to be on your mind so much. Like some kind of new start, some kind of new beginning, some kind of new element in your life. It's going to be highlighted so much. And I like this because even further, after that moment in time, you are going to start feeling like really creative. Like from the beginning of the week, you are going to feel extremely creative. You are going to be able to feel this return of the certain energies that haven't been around you for a really long time. And we can't kind of specify what these energies are exactly until we reach this certain moment. And then we are kind of reminded of specific aspects at the same time in our lives when we used to be like a much happier than we are now. I'm not saying that you're miserable, I'm not saying that you're sad, but I just need you to understand that this is going to help you so much to reconnect yourself with yourself. So it's a lot to do with a new stage, new elements starting in your life. It's almost a lot to do with like kind of a new venture, and this is like persistently going to be on your mind from the beginning of the week. So you are a kind of, or you already kind of tapped into it already. So now this is going to be highlighted at the beginning of the week. Yes, I said you've already tapped into it already. It's to do with a new venture, it's to do with a new beginning, it's to do with a new start, and this is something really special that is unfolding for you. Something really powerful is unfolding for you. So this, my gorgeous Taurinis, you must not mess up. I'm not saying that you're going to mess up, but I'm just saying that when we are facing an important aspect of our life, then it's the way that our lives are, what I mean? The way our spiritual journeys are. We are at the same time also like kind of affected with things that are kind of making us feel really heavy or making us feel really negative. And you must not think negatively whatsoever, okay? Because if you start thinking negatively at this moment in time, then you're just going to kind of really prolong everything. And also at the same time, if you start thinking negatively, you can actually prevent this, like really great a situation from actually manifesting in your life. Because if you do think negatively about this aspect in your life, then you are also going to kind of manifest like a real challenges which are completely unnecessary at this moment in your life whatsoever. I'm not saying everything would be so bad if you kind of like really start thinking negatively, because if you start thinking negatively, one thing is going to be following other things. So you just need to understand to stay on top of things by being as optimistic as you possibly can, by kind of trying to get yourself into this exploration mode, because this new stage, it's also like kind of like something brand new. Literally, it's about to kind of take off. But at the same time, I'm not saying that if you're thinking negatively that this is not going to happen, but I'm just saying that it's going to need to pass another 4 months. It's going to pass until you have another opportunity so big, so important like this. And what else I was going to say, that we tend to kind of think negatively also. Just remember that, like you're going to have things on your mind. Oh, maybe if I want to do this, or maybe, oh no, I'm not too sure, I'm not really ready, or I haven't got an experience, or this and that. No, this is normal. It's natural. Just go forward no matter what. Don't listen to anybody. Follow your intuition and do the right thing. Because when we are really facing such an important stage, this is important stage of your life. A certain cycle, again, it's coming to an end, and a new cycle is starting. And at that moment in time, we do have things that are like challenging us, and so this is all like a little bit of like a part of the challenge, where you have to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with your spirit, because if you're thinking negatively about something so big like coming up, some kind of unfoldment, at the same time, it's almost as if on spiritual terms, you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your spirit. So you're just going to need to brush up on that, in 4 months time. Exactly in 4 months time, you are going to have a similar situation coming up. So I suppose it's not the end of the world, but my God, you need to take this on, my gorgeous Taurinis, no matter what. Okay, it is very important. And this is like kind of like I'm not being funny, but this is going to lead towards probably towards a very important stage in your life, you know, and a lot that you've been unhappy with over the last 2 or 3 years, you know, it's like kind of going to just start fading beautifully and nicely into the background, you know. So this is something that you really, you know, this is the path that you need to go on. And at the same time, what I said, not only that you're going to feel very optimistic, not only that you're going to be thinking about that aspect of your life, but just understand when I said at the beginning of the week you are going to feel really creative as well. So when I say that you're going to feel extremely creative, it's not about that aspect of your life. Yeah, that aspect of your life, that opportunity, it's really going to be like kind of on your mind quite a lot, because it's to do with the new beginning stages that you are already part of, that you're already in. You're already halfway within these dimensions. You see what I mean? So that is going to be on your mind, that new stage. But on another hand, there is something going to be on your mind, like especially when you kind of feel a really bursts of creativity. So at the beginning of the week, this is going to reflect on some kind of specific part of your life that makes you feel good when you feel really creative. Maybe you like running, maybe you like working out, maybe you like painting, maybe you like drawing, maybe you like cleaning your house. It doesn't really matter. Now suddenly you're going to feel like you want to do something that you just like kind of enjoy doing normally, but it's going to be like on a very high and very kind of elevated scale. And at the time when you feel so creative, you know, you are kind of gonna have something, it's just gonna come to you completely out of the blue. So it's not only about creativity and you expressing yourself, but then at that moment in time you are creating very different, very particular energy, and something is just going to come to you, something very, very psychic, very intuitively, it's gonna come to you. And that it's gonna, like, what is gonna come to you also, it's going to be how to speed things up, you know, how to speed things up in your life that are stale, how to speed things in life that do not longer serve you anymore, how to speed things in life that no longer works for you, and how to change your life, really. So this is going to be on your mind, you know, some kind of idea, some kind of realization, it's going to come to you. And now suddenly you are going to become aware of, at the same time, like some kind of a wrongdoings, some kind of dishonesty, and this is going to be connected to the message, like some kind of a message on, and it's to do with the outside, and it's nothing to do with your life, nothing to do with the people in your life, but it's to do with a lot of things that have been happening on the outside, but they have been affecting your life for quite a while now. So you're also going to become aware of some kind of like a dishonesty and wrongdoings, and this in itself is just going to bring you this last little important information and message that you actually need to have. And that message that you need to have, that you're going to become aware of, it's like not like a message, but more like that final push. It's going to come through you becoming aware of some kind of dishonesty on the outside, and you at the same time knowing that this is absolutely the right thing to do, because it is going to lead towards your own victory, this new path, this new beginning. This is all going to lead towards your own victory, towards like a really big celebration very, very soon indeed. But also you are going to feel so happy and so pleased with yourself. So this is what you need to understand. But also the power of, you are going to become aware of the power of being patient, you know, being patient, because you are only at the beginning stages, and you must not, for the love of God, you must not let that to scare you whatsoever, okay? Because these beginning stages, the beginning steps that you're going to find yourself at, they will go like, oh my God, with the speed of light. You know, this changes, this is going to happen, this is going to all kind of unfold much quicker and much sooner than you can possibly imagine. So do not let any time span, you know, to actually put you off whatsoever. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, it's like, oh my God, you know, finally you are gonna realize, like, you know, that you are having like very slowly but surely you're getting a control back over your life, but especially over those parts of your life that didn't work for you, that were draining your energy, that were making you really negative, and that you were constantly like blaming yourself for something. So this is all about the strength and the courage and the self-esteem that it's at the same time going to be highlighted, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of like, oh my god, like, you know, it's going to make you feel like really emotional, actually, to be quite honest with you. But at the same time, it's going to make you aware of the actual an importance of, you know, taking that first opportunity that I said to you at the beginning of the week. This is all about that, really, to be quite honest with you, because this is all about you realizing now, you know what, this is going to bring me, you know, full control over my life, but at the same time, it is going to financially be absolutely superb. It's going to be brilliant, because you're not only protecting yourself by taking this on, protecting your spiritual journey by doing the right thing and moving on with your life in terms of development, developing yourself, doing the right thing, but at the same time, it's actually financially, this is really going to help you to protect what is yours, my gorgeous Taurini. So this is all going to become even more evident by the time the mid-week comes as well. And also, when it comes to the mid-week, you really need to kind of there is still some kind of misunderstanding in between you and somebody really important to you, somebody really significant to you, whether this is your family member, whether this is your brother, mother, sister, or whether this is like your partner, or whether this is like a really great friend, somebody who you know for such a long time. You have kind of like a really, that person really loves you so much. For example, you know, this is how I feel, this person really loves you so much and you love that person a lot, but there was some kind of disagreement that happened in between you not that long ago, and it's important for you to kind of, both of you, to step to step forward. This is an important challenge that you both need to kind of work on, but I think it's more problem is actually coming from you rather than that other person. So I don't know, maybe you have been going through kind of certain things that made you feel very, very sensitive, and sometimes we take things out on people that mean to us the most and on the people that love us the most, you know. So this is someone who means to you so much, but I think that you're both kind of being hurt, maybe with a certain kind of, not that you've fallen out, but you just need to kind of understand that people are different, and you both need to kind of meet in a mid kind of way somehow. I think that that person is trying to kind of reach through you already, but I think that you may be just a tiny little bit stubborn because of something, but you will see that once you kind of reflect on that situation, maybe there isn't like such a big problem whatsoever. It was just like a very kind of annoying, a little misunderstanding, and it's to do with the person in your life who is so important to you. So you really need to work on this, because it's kind of starting to affect you in such a way where you feel defensive, but you know, it's to do with the people in your life that love you the most. So you need to really kind of work on this, because almost instantly this is going to fix your vibration, and it's almost instantly going to bring healing into your life, my gorgeous Taurini. So please do not forget that. You need to really kind of reconnect with somebody in your life that loves you to bits, and you love that person. So do you know what, my gorgeous Taurinis, at the end of the day, like this life is too short. It's too short. It goes so quickly. It goes so fast, and it's too short to not to include and involve people in our lives who are meant to be in our lives, you know, the most special and the most important people, you know. So please just remember this, that as soon as you kind of try to fix this with that person, this is going to start the process of healing in your life as well, because spiritually and karmically, this is gonna be something that it's really going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of how important you are in certain people's eyes, how much you mean to them, and these emotions and feelings you're gonna find so beneficial. And that's why I'm saying, not only karmically, but when it comes to the actual your healing vibration, you're gonna find this so important, because that specific healing vibration, it's going to heal very, very specific parts of you that no one else can heal, but the power of emotions through people who are in our lives. Okay, important indeed. And the last part of this week, my gorgeous Taurini, it's basically ooh la la, baby, there is like a really kind of a vision that you are going to have. And I like this so much, because this vision is just really going to be absolutely everything. This vision that you are going to have, it's going to happen completely out of the blue. You're going to find yourself in a place, in an area that was completely unplanned. It's a lot to do with being unplanned. So whether you're going to be walking somewhere outside, whether you're going to be meditating, or whether you're going to be doing something, or whether you're going to be focusing on something, but you are going to see like something that it's going to just something that you're going to see, you know, like while you're doing this, you're going to see something, and then that what you're going to see, it's going to inspire you almost instantly. It's going to inspire you almost instantly what you're going to see, because almost immediately after that moment in time, you are kind of going to have this vision. And the vision that you are going to have, it's all about you understanding, like you're going to see yourself like, oh my God, really vividly leaving the path of the life, leaving your old life and moving on and moving on and moving on. It is going to be so vivid, it is going to be so strong, and all those things that you were so scared and worried about, oh what if, it's just not gonna kind of mean anything in this moment in time. So the vision that you are going to have, it's all about you knowing exactly and understanding, you know what, you want to leave your old life behind, which is indeed the sign that you are going to find yourself on the spiritual quest. And this is exactly what you need in terms of actual spirituality, because this in itself is also going to give you a very, very powerful idea and very important idea how to actually do this and how to move on. You will find yourself like you want more out of life, and this is absolutely brilliant. And the idea that you are going to have, it's also going to be about one specific thing, my gorgeous Torini. Stick to the task at hand, stick to the plan. You see, it's all about that new beginning that I'm talking about, that new stage of your life. This whole week is about that new stage of your life, more or less. Stick to the plan and stick to the plan and stick to the plan. You know, by sticking to the plan, you are going to make one of the greatest achievements of your life. By sticking to that particular plan, you are going to change your life. By sticking to that particular plan, you're going to be happy like you've never been happy before. By sticking to that plan, to that particular plan, you are going to be able to work maybe on the certain things that became like a very, very horrible and unhealthy attachment in your life. This could come in many different ways and could reflect within or through many different ways in your life, but you will see it's all going to contributing towards you feeling so ambitious and driven, and this is going to increase your focus. This is going to make you incredibly confident about this success, and you are going to find yourself in control like never ever before. This is really beautifully going to reflect on your own self-discipline, but at the same time it's going to really gonna be part of that absolutely mind-blowing willful direction that you are going to find yourself at. Wow. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Bye. Love you.